Hey YouTube, it's Grace, and welcome to episode 4 of my series where I take every single painting from Minecraft and make them in real life. This week I am doing the Wanderer painting. I've never made this design before, but it was super simple and didn't actually end up taking me all day, so that's good. If you would like to learn how to make this painting for yourself, I'm going to have a PDF tutorial / guide type thing available on my Etsy, link in bio, so you can download that, as well as any other painting that I've made in this series so far. All of these guides are like 25 to 30 pages long, and they are super in-depth. They show you like examples of all the colors that I use, give you all the math for how to figure out the size of each pixel, and a bunch of other stuff. But without further ado, let's get into it. This week I'm going to be doing this painting, which I think is called the Wanderer painting. I looked it up, but I'm going to be doing it on a 10 by 20 inch canvas. Just got it unwrapped, so now I need to find the size of each pixel. So this reference is 16 by 32 pixels, and here we have 10 by 20 inches. So to find the size of each pixel, what we're going to do is take 10 inches divided by 16 pixels, and 20 inches divided by 32 pixels. And when you do the math, you get about 0.625 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that out on all 4 sides. So after marking out approximately every 0.62 inches, I'm just going to use a ruler and connect all the lines to make the grid. Just finished the grid, and here is how it turns out. So now it's time to start on paint. I'm not going to worry about primer for this one because the squares are pretty big, so I'm not worried as much about the lead smearing, but we'll see. As always, I will be starting with the border just so that I don't get confused with counting pixels later. So I mixed this dark brown with a whole bunch of like red and pink, and so I'm going to be using that for that. Just finished painting the border. While it dries, I'm having it sit on these little paint containers so that it doesn't like stick to the paper towel, but in a bit, once this is mostly dry, I'll come back and start on the paint. The border is pretty much dry now, so I'm gonna go ahead and start on the colors. The colors in this painting are really simple, so I'm just going to be showing you kind of which colors I'm using and then filling them in. And a little refresher, the way that I figure out where each pixel goes, say for example, if I'm gonna do the black, is I just start at the corner, count over and down, and then just kind of use those points that I made as reference points, and then just fill everything in. Okay, I've blocked out a few colors, and this is what I've done so far. I've done a black, a dark gray, a lighter gray, and a dark brown. And yeah, just trying to line it up with this the best I can. I think I'm gonna work on the background next, just because that's gonna take up a whole bunch of space. I just finished the first coat. It is a very rough draft right now, but I know where everything's supposed to go, so the second coat is going to make this look a million times better. I am a few colors into the second coat. As you can see, I'm just working on making the paint more opaque compared to here. This is only 1 coat, and then just cleaning up the lines, so I think it's looking a lot better. Definitely still a long ways to go and a lot of details to add, but making progress. Here is the second coat mostly done. As you can see, the whole thing just looks a lot cleaner. For the details, which is the next step, I'm just going to be blending everything together. You've probably seen me talk about this a lot in my other videos, but this just makes everything look more pixely and blended out. But the way I do this, say I want to blend these 2 colors, is I'll take half this, mix them together, and then kind of just use that as a transition color. But I'll do that for most of the background colors, and then that'll just make it look a lot more like the original. Here is the painting pretty much done. I still need to let it dry, and once it's dry I'll show you how it looks in natural light, because right now we're in my basement and it is not great. But as you can see on the reference, there are some blending colors here, so that is kind of what I did for the details. I just mixed similar colors to the background to pixelate it out. You've probably heard me say this a million times at this point in my other videos, so I just followed that same exact process. And here is how it turned out in natural light, completely dry. I kind of have to hold it at either like this angle or this angle, otherwise we get this weird glare. And here's how it turned out. Again, it's super simple, but I still feel like it's a great like subtle Minecraft reference to anyone who would want to decorate their space with this. But that pretty much concludes this video, so thank you so much for watching. Again, if you are interested in making these kinds of paintings for yourself, check out my Etsy link in bio for the painting guides that I have. But yeah, I have a couple ideas for which paintings that I want to do next, so I'm excited to get started on those. But I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!